morning, everyone. It's a privilege to be here at the inaugural Hotel Guest Experience Forum in Dubai, and I'm excited to share my insights on revenue beyond the room. But before that, I would like to pose a question to the audience out here. While most of you are familiar with traditional metric like RevPAR, ADR, occupancy rate, how many of you are familiar with RevPAG? Raise your hands, please. Great. So, for those who don't know, RevPAG stands for Revenue Per Available Guest. And you will see in my forthcoming slides will illustrate the significant impact which RevPAG can have on your overall revenue. But before that, I would like to say a bit about Agilysys, who we are and what we do. As a software enterprise company, our core products include the property management system, point of sale, and inventory and procurement. We come under the best of breed category of products, similar to other products available in the market. What does that mean? Meaning, our solutions can talk to third-party systems over a network of APIs. However, what Agilysys has done over the years is developed a comprehensive ecosystem of hospitality software solutions covering the entire guest journey. Today, we are the only platform who can offer you a unified booking solution to cover the entire guest journey with end-to-end solution. Now, coming back to Agilysys, we are a publicly traded company on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange with headquarters based out of Atlanta. We are more than 2,500 plus employees. Our recent acquisitions include the Book for Time, the leader in the spa industry. I think most of the chains out over here globally have been using this product as well. We are there globally, whether in Americas or in Europe, Middle East, Africa, and Asia Pacific. We have offices everywhere. And the good part about Agilysys is that we have more than 1,500 employees only in the software development. Yeah, this is one of our USPs, and which we cater to the demands in the industry, and we do customize solutions for our customers as well. In 2022, we were the only software enterprise company who were listed in the Nasdaq, the Investors Daily, based on our stock exchange performance as well. Now, when I talk about the complete ecosystem, this is what it is. If you see, it covers the entire guest journey, apart from the core products, what you see in the center in green, which is the PMS, infogenesis, point of sale, inventory, and procurement. We got a big traction in the market with our property management system, with recently Marriott selecting us in the North Americas for our property management system, where we are deploying a big installations in the US. Our infogenesis platform has been in the market for more than 41 years today and has been used by multiple major top hotel chains, including Hilton's. Even in the non-hospitality, there are stadiums, theme parks using our Agilysys infogenesis point of sales as well, including the inventory and procurement. So starting with our booking engines, and we have our own table management system, we have golf softwares, we have spa, we have Agilysys Service, which is a housekeeping module to interact with the staff, a complete solution of infogenesis point of sale, which not only includes the POS software, but also has mobile QR code ordering platform, kitchen display systems. We have our own digital marketing platform as well, including loyalty and promotion. So you see, it pretty much covers the entire guest journey of products, and you will see in my slides why this is important today when we talk about RevPAG. Yeah, just to give you an overview of our global customer list in the region, most of the top hotel chains are using. Apart from the chains, the big chains, we have a very good share in the casino market as well. So now this slide is intended to set up the topic of discussion for today by suggesting that there is a better metric available to measure a hotel performance than the commonly used RevPAR. No doubt, in this dynamic world of hospitality, the traditional metric like RevPAR, ADR, occupancy rate remain of importance. However, forward-thinking hoteliers today are expanding their analytical toolkits to capture more nuanced aspect of guest satisfaction and potential revenue generation. A growing value is now being placed on RevPAG, an innovative metric complementing the traditional metric of RevPAR. I'm not suggesting here that RevPAG replaces RevPAR, but works alongside, meaning it gives the property leadership and the operations team an overview of the room revenue and the revenue beyond the room. Now, when it comes to RevPAR, which is monetizing the room, we always know that RevPAR is a physically constrained metric. Now, if I have a 100-room property, I can sell only 100 rooms a night and grow no further, right? So the only opportunity of growth in this metric is to either grow the number of rooms or grow the room rate. And we all know that price is a difficult lever to pull in the upward direction because of the market pressure, which is constantly driving the room rates in the downward direction. Now, RevPAG, on the other hand, frees the property from all these physical constraints by focusing on additional revenue streams. Let's skip outside hospitality for now. The best example what I can give you is the taxi industry. Let's take an example of a taxi industry. A decade ago, the taxi industry was monetized by the cab. Similar to how the hospitality works today, the cab industry success was measured based on cab occupancy and average fare rate. Along came Uber, who through technology started understanding the passenger. And we all know the story from there on. So Uber, through their technology, started understanding the guest behavior, the guest pattern, their preferences, and through this insight, started making decisions to capture the additional revenue streams apart from the usual taxi service. So ultimately, the real money over here is not in the physical product. The real money is in the person. And for this, you need data and personalization, so far untapped by the hospitality industry. So this slide is an oversimplification of the typical situation faced by most of the hotel properties here today. And the challenge of tracking the revenue per guest is hindered by which guest? Because today, in a hotel, you have multiple booking engines to book your room, to book your dining, to book your spa, to book your golf, and then this creates multiple guest profiles. And we all know that merging these guest profiles and making sense of this is extremely difficult. The architecture looks great at the first instance, often called as the best-of-breed architecture. It offers the property the scope to select whichever solutions are preferred by the property. For the spa or for the restaurants, this is great because they can work with, the businesses can work efficiently with solutions which are known to their staff. However, when it comes to the operations team or the property leadership, the story completely changes. Now, we all know that best-of-breed products can talk to each other over a network of APIs. However, do they pass on the data in a way which unifies and normalizes this data? Unless there is a data management team working in the background, the answer is no. And the analysis per guest will have to be done to a series of spreadsheets. So this is time-consuming and complex and adds little value when you need to make decisions when the guest is at the property. One guest profile. So now, if multiple guest profiles is problematic, then the obvious solution is to have a unified or a single guest profile. Or more importantly, having a system architecture which enables this. So the ideal way is to have a unified booking platform to book your room, to book your dining, to book your spa, to book your golf, and then this creates a unified guest profile. Now, unified guest profile is not only of importance or value to the property leadership or to the operations team, it's of great value to the guest, because the guest can book his complete itinerary in a single transaction, unlike the situation what is there today. So now that if you have a technology which can deliver operationally a single guest profile, just like Uber, one can start understanding the guest, their behavior, their pattern, their personal preferences, and with this insight, start making decisions often in real time. And then one can start thinking of how to monetize the guest to grow your revenue beyond the room. And then measuring RevPAG becomes the baseline. So at Agilysys, we have been conducting some case studies to analyze the potential and look at how technology can start predicting opportunities per guest. We have worked with a team of data scientists. Agilysys has worked with a team of data scientists by collecting 12 months of anonymized data of 1,000 guests at a multi-amenity property in the US. The team has examined the guest behaviors, their patterns, preferences, and using propensity modeling, propensity scoring, have started making recommendations of cross-selling offers to the guest, and the results so far has been fascinating. So what you see over here, the data is the real findings from this case study. 1,000 guest model at this particular property. A total spend, what you see at the end of, on the right column over there, a total spend of $4.2 million spent by 1,000 guests over a period of 12 months. A total of $1.8 million worth of cross-selling opportunities were available to this guest. Using the propensity modeling, propensity scoring, meaning the likelihood of guests taking these offers, an amount of $393,000 of missed sales were left on the table. This amounts to almost 9.3% of the revenue uplift, which was left on the table. You can see the split as well in terms of different amenities, golf, spa, and the majority of the cross-selling opportunities were available in the spa, amounting to 13.5%. In the next slide, you will see the data related to one guest, ID number 251, an executive traveler. So this guest has stayed at the property 4 times. So he has spent around $3,700. And you see an amount of $1,600 worth of cross-selling opportunities were available to this guest. The propensity modeling shows that $293 worth of additional revenue from this guest at the next visit. You see, although the amounts are very small, you see on the left-hand side, the services which were purchased by this guest And on the right-hand side, you will see the services which could have been offered to this guest in order to generate an additional revenue. So in short, RevPAR remains of value, however, is not reflective of the revenue opportunities per guest. Your OTAs are driving the room rates in the downward direction. RevPAG, on the other hand, focuses on additional revenue streams in a more meaningful way, however, is difficult to achieve without a single guest profile. Now, with whatever case studies Agilysys has conducted today, a property leaves at least 10% of revenue uplift on the table, and in reality, this could be more. Apart from the Agilysys unified guest profile platform which we have, our AI platform, which is the GuestSense AI, is also empowering the hotel and the staff to enhance the guest experience, streamlining the operations, boosting efficiency, and increasing the revenue. My last 3-minute is a video about one of our customer in the UK, Watergate Bay Hotel Group. This group operates 4 properties. Now you will see in this video, the Chief Commercial Officer speaks about the challenges, what they were facing prior to the implementation of the platform, and how the unified guest profile has helped the property to gain or increase their total overall revenue. Have a look at it.
When I first joined Watergate, we had a whole series of siloed, but very useful technology to support us. We'd have a siloed guest record for our spa, we'd have a siloed guest record for our restaurants, we had data, but no unified view of the guest. I drew a circle on a piece of paper and wrote the word guest in the middle of it, and then had arrows all the way around it for all the pieces of technology to point back into that guest. And I said, this is what I want. We ended up doing a formal review of what was available to us. I had over 25 members of our team involved in that decision. Now that we have a single system, we have a fantastic guest engagement flow through email that encourages them to download our app. The app gives them the opportunity to start crafting their itinerary and truly understand everything that's on offer to them during the time they stay. So they can book their restaurants, they can book their children into special sessions, they can book a night swim. Our concierge team can pick out the people who haven't yet and then craft very personalized communications with those people to see if we can encourage them to think about their holiday before they arrive. That frees up the team here at front desk. We want them to create that relaxed atmosphere so that they're able to communicate with our guests and add to a guest experience. That single unified guest profile has changed everything. Our guest experience, revenue per available guest, and then the success of our business all go hand in hand. Revenue per available guest has become more and more important as a key performance metric for us. If you are creating these wonderful, memorable experiences for your guest that are bringing them back year after year, then you are securing your business profitability. 60% of our revenue is coming through our rooms and 40% is from our secondary spend. And one of our properties, that's got to 50-50 in the last couple of years. When I read the Agilysys report, it really resonated. I think everything that I've considered during my time in hospitality, the guest experience, and how it's our responsibility as hoteliers to consider our guests through a much wider lens than just a bedroom and an overnight stay. But also pointed out to me how vitally important it has been to our business success to be measuring revenue per available guest rather than revenue per room. As the report makes clear, the future of hospitality lies in the spaces where technology meets humanity and in the moments guests remember long after they leave.
So there was a global hospitality study which was recently conducted where 489 top hotel executives were surveyed, and 82% of them are recognizing the value of RevPAC, and you could be one of them. Please feel free to connect with me if you need to access the global hospitality study at our booth. Thank you very much.